right, on to the part where things went left. This was a week later, and I went shopping with both of my friends, Brianna and Austin, for Black Friday. And this was the day after Thanksgiving. So, yeah, we went to Broward Mall Shopping Center, and it was a very while since the last time I went there, and I haven't went there in a very long time. So we walked around. I bought a few milkshakes. I bought some pre rolls from every smoke shop I went to in that shopping center. And the place was a little less crowded, you know? Like it wasn't as crowded as I expected, but it was a tiny bit crowded. That's all. So Austin gave us an Uber so I can go over to Brianna's place. And I went over to Brianna's, dorm at University Point just to watch a movie, smoke weed, and have fun. And when it was around midnight, that's when Brianna had to ask Angel if it would be okay for me to go over to his dorm the second time. And at first he said no because he was busy doing something or whatever it was. So 5 minutes later, he changed his mind and said, all right, fuck it. She can come over, but I cannot stay. But he said that I couldn't stay over. I'm sorry. I have a tongue twister because it's about me telling y'all this story. It's about to get me a little frustrated. But we're going to get there in a minute. So yeah, Angel told me that I couldn't stay there for long because he was doing his studying for computer science or wherever the fuck he was up to that night. And this was the day of November 24th or 25th, either one. So I left Brianna's dorm and I went over to Angel's dorm because I wanted to spend fun with him just like the first time. So, yeah, I walked over to fourth floor and I knocked and he said, you didn't have to knock. You just open the door. How you doing? So, yeah. I brought my two alcohols, the small pint of alcohols with me, and it was Fireball, cinnamon Fireball, and the one that says 99-cent proof. I mixed it together and I wanted to get tipsy and have fun with Angel, but I didn't have any weed that night. And he kind of felt uncomfortable at first, but he didn't say nothing and just let it be. And, yeah, I went on live stream and I wrote the title Netflix and Chill Part 2. And Angel started to act weird. And he said, no, turn that off, turn it off. And I was like, my nigga, is you okay? Like, why is you acting weird all of a sudden? Like, is there something I did wrong? You can talk to me about it. I mean, I came here just to have fun with you again. Like, why is you... So I ignored it. And then, yeah, I had to show people that I was drunk and I was having fun in his dorm with the lights on. Regular lights, not LED lights. And that's when things started to went left. And yeah, I was talking to one of my supporters about how my Thanksgiving went and stuff like that. And I told him, it was okay. And then my supporter asked me if I ever spend any time with my relatives or family members. And I said, I don't really actually spend any quality time with my relatives because they're deadbeats and they're super busy with a lot of stuff and they just never had time for me and my mother. So Angel started to purposely antagonize me and said Do you know what a deadbeat is? He said it in a really rough tone, and I said it in my own definition, like deadbeat meaning somebody is not present physically, emotionally, and spiritually. And I didn't know how else to say it because I was a little bit drunk. And he said, no, a deadbeat is blah, blah, blah. And he was saying it sarcastically, like I'm the one saying it stupidly wrong, but he also didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. So he started reading the comments of what the people were saying about him. And the thing I said to him was, and I could have said it in a proper way, in a correct way. And then I said to him, as an influencer or whatever you want to become in the future, and then all of a sudden, he started to get upset for no apparent reason and interrupted me and said, and started screaming, I don't give a fuck. I'm not an influencer. Blah, 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 blah. And it was on live stream when all my viewers saw what was going on by him yelling at me and mistreating me for no reason. So I said to him, bro, you need to chill the fuck out because you're tripping. Like, why is you tripping? You're acting weird. Like, I didn't do shit to you, bro. Like, what's wrong with you? And then he said, okay, dude, if you don't like my attitude, you can get the fuck out of my dorm. Get out. Bye, bye, bye. And I was like, what the hell, bro? I was not expecting this at all. Like, what the hell is going on in dude's head? What? Like, this has got to be a joke. I thought he would be excited and happy to see me again. And now this? Is it just me or this dude is tripping? I even asked myself that. So I had to end it live because he should have at least told me not to go on live, and he didn't feel comfortable being on camera, and instead he wanted to give me an outburst in front of all my viewers on camera, which it was embarrassing. So yeah, I didn't want to leave yet because it was around 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock in the morning, and I didn't have the key card to get back into Brianna's dorm. Because if I were to leave, even though all my supporters told me to leave, but I didn't want to, because everywhere was closed and it was impossible for me to get in, and I didn't want to sleep outside. That's why I didn't want to listen to any of my viewers telling me, Naomi, if I were you, I would have left. Like, that dude is bugging. You know what I'm saying? So I had to calm him down. I had to, pretend that didn't happen and let it slide. But it truly did hurt my feelings and stuff. So one of my supporters called me and said, dude, what was that? What was that dude's problem? And I was like, I don't know, but he's tripping. I didn't do nothing wrong to him. And he said, and Angel said, if you keep on talking about it, I suggest you move on. And I was like, okay, but I didn't like the fact you were acting like that towards me. Like, dude, you didn't have to act like that. What? So, yeah, I continue to act silly and to go on live and have Angel hidden from my live because I didn't want him to keep on acting up. But the dude kept acting up for nothing, and he was acting even more weirder. So I played it off. I was like, you know what? Let me just play it off until, this madness dies down. Because the dude is tripping for no reason. So, yeah. So, yeah, he played games. He played games on his TV, his Xbox One or PS5. He was playing the Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse. And he was acting antsy. He was cranky. I was like, you know what? I know that could cheer him up. So I got half naked for him. I whipped out my titties. I even try to shake my booty for him just to help lighten him up. But again, he was acting cranky, antsy for no reason, for nothing. And he kept saying, please stop doing that. Stop doing that. And I told him, dude, I'm here to cheer you up. I'm here to make you laugh. Like, why? So, so yeah. And another reason why I didn't want to leave out of his dorm is because I wanted to suck the soul out of his eggplant again. Yeah. And I came here for sex. And it's because the time that I had from last time. And it felt good. So, so yeah, he just ignored me. He kept on being rude. He told me to move, get out of here, go home, go home. And I'm like, nigga, I am not going home until you give me some dick, okay? Why do you think I'm not leaving? I'm not going nowhere until you give me some of that big girth of yours. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I decided just to make up some jokes to make him laugh, and he somehow wasn't feeling it. He kept saying, oh, that's not funny, that's not funny, that's not funny. And everybody from my page watched everything of how he was acting, and I had to put him on camera secretly. And he kept asking me multiple times, why are you holding your phone like this? And I told him, like, oh, I'm texting somebody. Don't worry about it. I'm just texting my boyfriend. Whatever you call it. But no, I was on live stream and I had to show proof of what was going on besides everybody that saw him yelling at me and shit. So, my bad again, I'm sorry. I feel like I've been burping 3 or 4 times. Damn, I'm so gassy. So, anyway, I, you know, I watched some TV with him, get to know a few things about him, and then I wanted some food, and I asked him, what happened to the turkey sticks and cheese you had? And he told me, oh, my fridge turned off while the power went out and my food got rotten, so I had to throw them away. I was like, my nigga, you could at least dump it across the streets and have the raccoons and opossum to eat the fucking food, not throw it away. And you know how much I cannot stand when people throw food away when there's people out there that are starving. Sorry to bring up the logical lecture, but it's the truth. I just don't like the fact when people be throwing away food. You could have at least done something with the food. Give it to a homeless person, give it to an animal, but not throw it away. And I try to tell him, but didn't you like thought of it at least? And he screamed at me again, oh, it's just food. And I'm like, my nigga, you're tripping again. Like, why is you acting all moody? Like, my nigga, is you having a bad day? Did something upset you? Did someone upset you? My nigga, what you can do for your grown age, at least, is talk to me about it instead of taking your anger out on me. I don't know what the fuck is going on with you, but you need to chill the fuck out. Like, and he kept suspiciously thinking that I'm recording him on live stream, which I had to write for my own protection because he was even threatening me. I don't know if he was playing a video game or he was talking to me. And everyone saw by the way he was talking to me. Talking so badly to me. He kept saying, I'ma fuck you up. If you're putting me on camera, I'ma hit you with the hammer. Blah, blah, blah. He was saying a lot of shit. And everybody from the comments section was like, oh, hell nah. My nigga, I know you did not just talk to Naomi like that. Like, what's wrong with you? And everybody was asking, isn't that the dude from Tim's Live? And I said, hell yeah. The dude that said on Tim's Live that he gets no bitches. And the way he's treating me right now, That's the main reason why he could never get bitches. Because of his shitty attitude and the way he was acting in the first place. So, yeah. Sorry, this is making me hyped up angrily. Like, I'm trying my best to take my time to explain every part of the story of what was going on from the beginning and to the end. I'm just a little nervous and angrily hyped at the same time right now by telling y'all this story. But it's my channel. I can express my feelings however I want to, and I can tell my story, my life story, however I want to. Rather you bitch ass haters like it or not. So yeah, I didn't want to leave yet at all. And my supporters that were watching that kept telling me, Naomi, let me get you an Uber because this dude is bugging. Like the way he's mistreating you is really out of pocket. If I were you, I would have been left. They were telling me, leave, 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 leave. But again, I did not want to leave because number one, I wanted some eggplant. And number two, I didn't have a key card and I didn't have no way to get back into Brianna's dorm because my stuff were still in her dorm. I didn't want to leave yet until Brianna would wake up like around 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning. So, yeah. And I asked him some certain questions like, hey, do you have any mental health issues other than, autism, ADHD? And I even asked him, do you also have bipolar? Because the dude was acting bipolar and I thought he was bipolar. And he said, you sound stupid, but no, I'm not bipolar. I'm like, excuse me? I know this dude ain't talking to me. Like, I try to be nice. I try to, cheer him up, and he's still acting like an a-hole. Like, and I think this dude is mentally ill. I don't know what the fuck is going on with him, but the dude is not maturely emotionally developed, if you get what I mean. And I don't want to put this out there. And no offense to all the people that have been struggling with mental illness, mental disabilities, or whatever the fuck it is. But the dude was not all there, is all I can say. And he was not emotionally intelligent. So, yeah. Yeah, and then my supporters said, this guy is very, very rude. Naomi, I don't think you should come back here ever again. And I was like, you know what? You're right. When I leave here, I'm going to make sure this will be my first and last time coming back to his dorm. Again. The dude is bugging. And he's ugly as fuck and he had no game. Like, it's like, don't hate the player, hate the game. The dude had no life skills whatsoever, which is why he was acting like a child in the first place. So it was like around 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning. Things gotten a little better and he was starting to be a little nicer to me. He gave me a cup of cherry tea and it tasted good. And he gave me a box, the variety box of the peanut butter cheese crackers, and they were my least favorite. I didn't like them, but I had to accept his offer and take it. And I was like, thank you. And I was like, yo, this is the worst sneaky link I ever experienced in my life. From best to worst, nah. I wanted to have a good time with him again, and he fucked up the vibe for nothing. And I was like, coming here was the waste of my time and the waste of my fucking energy. I'm gonna make sure I do not come back here again. Like, this was the worst, you know what, one night stand I ever had in my life. He fucked it all up. He ruined it. So, yeah, he kept focusing on his video games, playing, watching Dragon Ball Z clips because the dude was a nerd, like I told y'all earlier. So, yeah, Angel was acting a little nicer to me. He even apologized and said he was sorry, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, that's okay. And, yeah. And he asked me, when am I going to get home? I'm like, nigga, I'm not going home. I want to get that dick, and then I'm going to get going. So, he knew what I was thinking and why I came here for. And he asked me, oh, you want to suck my dick again? And I said, yes. That's what I was thinking to ask you, but you said no. But now you change your mind to yes. So, yeah, I gave him the Guac Guac 3000 like 5 times that night. And yeah, he came really fast and he even tapped my head like this. And he told me that, oh, I'm going to tap your head just to let you know that I'm about to bust a nut. And I was like, okay. So yeah, I did my thing for like 5 and 10 minutes. And then he tapped my head. And then he came in my mouth, a big load. I was like, my goodness, that dude came fast. That dude had a lot of stamina. And I did it the second time. I did it the third time. I did it the fourth time. The fifth time, he ran out of cum juice. And then he told me to lay on my back. Not lay on my back, like lay on my stomach. So he could, you know what? And yeah, I wanted him to F me in the pum pum. But he said, no, that's weird. And then he tried to put up in my... Yeah. He tried to put it in my booty hole. And I was like, nigga, is you crazy? Your dingling is not going to fit in there. And I was like, this dude really has lack of sex experience. The dude tried to put in my ass. And I'm like, niggas, you crazy? I don't like anal. And I try to play it off and act like I didn't felt the pain. But but it hurt so bad. I was like, get the fuck off me. I was like, you know what? That's enough for today. I'm going to make sure I don't, I'm going to make sure I don't hook up with this dude again. Like, number one, the dude fucked up the vibe and was acting crazy and weird for no reason. And second of all, try to put him on my a-hole. And I'm like, bruh, nah. Why do you think I brought condoms, but you complained that it wasn't your size? And you try to put up in my... Come on now. Have some common sense. To all you niggas out there that have lack of sex experience, just always make sure, do not put it in the ass first. Women do not like that. I don't like that. And I dealt with, and this isn't the first time I dealt with that kind of experience before, because I had a bunch of dudes that try to put it up my butt without lubricant. And I'm like, nigga, that shit hurt. My God. Like, can you at least use lubricant and some condoms and then put it up in there? Don't do it dry. That is like my biggest turnoff when it comes to dudes that do that to me every time. Like, bro, come on now. Think before you put your dick somewhere. You know what I'm saying?